That is so good. Hey, what's up guys, my name is Gelo, and for today's video, I am finally gonna be discussing an in-depth tutorial on how you can join and everything that you need to know about Videocall Fansigns. So this video is actually sponsored by CaraTreats Cafe. They sent me a lot of good stuff over the weekend, and I just have to say I loved every little thing that they sent me, and I'm actually drinking right now this Carat Milktea. It's color blue. It's really nice, and if you guys just want milk tea or food that has like 17 inspiration or a 17 twist, visit their Instagram and Twitter account so you can order, and they do mass deliveries every week. And so thank you so much to CaraTreats Cafe for sponsoring today's video. I'm very excited to get into this. It's really cute. So yeah, let us get right into the video. So I know that you clicked this video with an idea that Korean groups are doing video call fan signs nowadays. To give you guys more information on that, they're doing that because they cannot do physical fan signs at the moment, but right now you can still get your chance to meet them, have albums signed under your name by joining these video call fan signs. So the first thing that you should know is of course my experiences with joining video call fan signs. So I'd be able to tell you guys how I got to know some information and also based from my experiences. I actually have 3 experiences with video calls, 2 being fan signs and 1 being a prize from an online concert, which is K-Contact. But I actually have tried for 3 fan signs and I lost 1. So to give you guys more information on that, basically I joined K-Contact's video call with Etsy. I won that, and also I won a Leah video call from Interpark, a Korean website, and also I won a group Etsy fan sign from My Music Taste. The 4th one I joined is for Etsy again, and then I lost that one. So I'll tell you guys more about that later. But yes, I have 4 experiences with video calls, basically just Etsy since they are my alt and I am only joining for them. The first thing you should know about fan signs or video call fan signs is that they usually hold contests for these in 2 types of websites. So they have Korean websites and they have international websites. And so yes, some Korean websites are Interpark, Music Korea, and Yes24. I don't actually have the complete list, but yes, these websites are based in Korea, and for you to actually join fan signs under these websites, you would have to create an account, and some of these accounts require you to provide a Korean address or a Korean number. So these are basically the websites that usually do actual fan signs prior to COVID, but now they have been doing video call fan signs instead. Other than Korean websites, we have international websites. So these are more accepting with foreign winners or foreign fans. So these websites are Subk, and then we also have My Music Taste. As of right now, those are the 2 websites that I'm very familiar with since I have joined My Music Taste 2 times already. If you're not from Korea, I suggest that you join these international websites. But if you also want to try on Korean websites, you can do that. But I am telling you, it's not that inclusive of international fans. So that is the first thing that I would like to get out of the way first. So yes, you can join on international websites and also Korean music websites. And so now for the next point, how to join video call fan signs. So the first thing that people always ask me whenever I win or whenever I join fan signs is how to actually join, how many albums to buy. So first and foremost, I will not be disclosing how many albums that I have been buying for Etsy for the past 3 fan signs that I have joined, since if you guys don't know the reason behind that, it's because some Koreans do not like disclosing the information because it's either it's too sensitive or they do not want to bloat the amount of albums people join with. So if I say that I bought 20 albums, of course someone else would want to buy 25 so that they can get, you know, ahead compared to my number, and so that results to bloating of the albums that you guys are buying. But to help you guys like get an average, I would say it's not as much as how much Koreans buy in actual fan signs. So I feel like you can go half for that. So like if you've heard someone in Korea buy 100 albums for an actual 17 fan sign, for video call fan signs I would suggest like around 50, or just not as much as how much people would buy in actual fan signs. Am I making sense? I hope I'm making sense. But yes, it's really a matter of luck. I cannot suggest the amount of albums properly because I do not know which group you're applying for and stuff. So you have to consider their popularity as well. Are they big? Are they just a debut group? Are they just a rookie? So all that stuff has to come into consideration. And also, yeah, do not go for more than 100. I don't suggest it. I've heard a lot of people have said the minimum amount that you should buy for fan signs is 100. That is not true. And the first thing that you should know is that you're not supposed to be scared of these amounts because everything is done by a raffle. And yes, buying more albums can get you more chances of winning, but I've heard as well from Etsy experiences from a lot of people. They have won with just one album, they have won with just 5 albums, and so it's really a matter of luck. And yeah, a lot of people are scared of trying because like it's always like,
I feel like I'm gonna be buying 100 albums and I cannot do that. But
no, I really suggest that you join with how many you can buy. And so you can always do like group orders with your friends. You can always do you can always buy it or sell it afterwards and stuff if you just want to get like a boost with entries. So that's it for the amount of albums. I'm so sorry I cannot really disclose how many I bought for Etsy because then again it's sensitive because I have been doing my own ways of affording these albums. So yeah, that's all for the amount of albums. And so how to join Fansigns. You can join Fansigns by staying tuned on the artist's website or the websites of these companies. For JYP, we actually have fans.jype.com, so that has like a list of ongoing fansign applications that you can join. You can stay tuned by following these websites, so you can follow Subk on Twitter, you can also follow Interpark, or you can also follow other websites so that you would have an idea when a group is doing fansigns. And usually it's done during the pre-order period. So if a group has a comeback next week, usually fan signs get announced a week before, so you have to stay tuned on that. And also immediately after their comeback, these websites will go one by one. So for Etsy, they've done like weekly fan signs. So for week 1, we've had like Soundwave. For week 2, we had Interpark, and so on. So yeah, I have tried for Interpark with Leah. So that's like a Korean website, and I had to use my friend's Korean number and Korean address so that I would be picked. Because like if you guys check out the winners on their website right now from previous fan signs, you would see that they pick like around 20 Korean winners and 10 foreign fans. Usually that is the average of what I have seen. And with the Leah experience, there were 30 winners, around 20 were Koreans, and 8 were Japanese fans. And then the last 2 was me and another fan who also is using Korean numbers. So it's really more inclusive into Koreans, which is understandable because they are based in Korea and their website is basically Korean, so I think they would really favor Koreans better. If your groups are doing My Music Taste, Subk, fan signs, you better join these websites because they are more inclusive into international fans compared to Korean websites. The only problem is that some websites do like individual fan signs. So if you bias only one member, that is your chance. But if you're an OT5 or if you stand the entire group, it's really hard to find a fan sign that does group fan signs. And based from Etsy, I think they've only done that for My Music Taste. And so if you wanna join group fan signs, My Music Taste is the place to go. But if you are from Korea or if you're from the United States, Subk actually does individual fan signs. They've done that for Etsy. So it's really the only downside of some of these websites because they do individual fan signs rather than group fan signs, which I think My Music Taste only does. So I think it's also a way to boost their sales, but it's really hard because if you wanna speak to all members, you would have to join each of their application period, which is not good for the wallet, it's not good for the bank account. So it's really hard if you're gonna join on these applications or if you're gonna join on these websites. And so I think I have addressed most frequently asked questions on how to join fan signs. Go to the websites, follow the social media accounts of these websites, and also join with how much you can actually buy. Don't overthink how many you are going to be buying because it's really up to your luck. You can always ask your friends to buy from you if you want to boost your entries, and also pick the right website. So if you want to join for an individual member, you can join for the Korean websites or Subk, and if you want to join for a group fan signs, visit My Music Taste. Usually also, these fan signs come with more prizes. Other than the signed album, you would have like a Polaroid of a member on exclusive photo card, which I think Subk also did for Etsy. They've provided the winners with 1 set of photo cards, which is really cool. And for My Music Taste, I received a Leah Polaroid, which is only 1 in existence. So those are like some of the exciting prizes they actually give out after winning. And so yeah, that's just it for how to join Videocall Fansigns. If I missed out on anything, don't forget or don't be shy, because I'm not shy, to put them in the comments, or also let me know if you want an answer for them or some of the questions that you still have, and I will do my best to answer them on this video in the comment section. So yeah, that's all for bullet number 2, which is how to join Fansigns. Let's now move on to number 3, what will happen after winning. So after winning, most websites only posts a list of winners. So for Korean websites, they do that on their website, and for Subk, they also do that on their website. They provide like a list of 30 people or 50 people who actually won. And for Leah, I think I was around like 23 or 22. I'm not sure, but yeah, I was placed in the last part of the list because I am then again not from Korea, and that is also the order of the video call. So based from that, you would know if your time is gonna be coming up or you're gonna be the last person to speak with the member. And so that's it for those websites who post. But also My Music Taste, they do like emails, mass emails for the winners. They don't actually post the list of winners, which I actually find to be really sketchy because we don't know how many winners won, how many Koreans, how many Filipinos, how many Americans won. You would only get to know if you actually won. So they don't provide you with the list. So that's the only downside of joining My Music Taste Fansigns. It's not that transparent. And also, based from 2 experiences with My Music Taste, they're actually really late. So if they say they're gonna be announcing the winner at 3 p.m., expect that the emails would be sent out around 5 p.m. But like, recently, I think they are doing a better job. They're sending emails on time now. So I feel like for the last ITZY fansign that I lost, they sent out emails on time. I lost the last ITZY fansign because I don't think I bought enough albums. I only did 1 checkout. The max limit albums that you can buy from My Music Taste under 1 shipping fee is 20. So I lost that because I bought less than 20. So like, I don't know. I don't even know what I expected with that number. And during the day of your video call, they would be sending you a message on your preferred application. And so usually they do it on KakaoTalk, they do it on Skype, and any other like Korean-based messaging applications. I'm not really that much familiar with the list, but I've only had experience with KakaoTalk. And so you would also get a chance to pick among the list when they send out the application form. And also you would have to input there the name that you want the members to sign. And so for my ITZY group fan sign, I actually put Gelo, which is taken from my first name, Angelo. And the instructions clearly say you can only have them sign your full name or your first name or your second name, but you're not really supposed to put nicknames on there. So if like you won and you have a friend that you would want to give the album to, it's not possible. They're not gonna accept that. So like the name that you put would really have to be yours. It's either taken from your name or your first name or your full name. So yeah, that's just it. You cannot sell the album because that would be named under you. And so for most of these apps, they would allow you to screen record, but you would not be able to record the audio. So it's better that you have a backup plan on how to record properly your video call with these groups. And so what I did for my previous fan signs, I do have my phone screen recording the actual video call, and I have a separate gadget for recording the audio, and then I also have another gadget recording the phone. And so it's really important you have those backup plans so that you won't regret it in the end when you realize the video that you screen recorded do not have audio or your screen recording didn't actually work. So it's really important that you do that. And usually what I do is I also edit the audio into the video afterwards. And so I have Video Leap on my phone right here. So if you guys just want to edit vertical videos, download Video Leap. It's really helpful. And also for screenshots, I have Remini, which enhances screenshots. And so sometimes the screenshots are really messy, but like, yeah, you have to pick the right things to enhance so that you would have a good photo from the video call. Also, more information on the video call, the actual video call, they would paste the order from the list that they have posted, or they would tell you your order number via email. If you're joining from My Music Taste, I suggest 1 hour before the actual start of the video call, you have everything prepared already so that you can just wait and practice whatever you're gonna be saying to the members. And also, I've had like a habit of having scripts, which I don't actually find helpful now. It's better that you just do whatever you can on the spot because it's really hard to stick with a script because usually the members cannot hear you if you're speaking in English or Korean. Sometimes, you know, they would have a hard time understanding. So it's better that if you're joining from, let's say, Korean websites, you have prepared some Korean and also like minimal English. But if you're joining from My Music Taste, they usually have like an interpreter joining the video call, and so you can speak in English smoothly with the members. They would be understanding it. And so yeah, that's just it for the last part of the video. I feel like it's gonna be very helpful to those living in the Philippines or other countries that have like customs and taxes on albums that are being purchased online. And so in the Philippines, actually, you're not allowed to buy more than 6 albums. If you reach that limit, you would have to secure an OMB permit, which takes like 2 weeks after your albums have been shipped out, because OMB requires that you provide them with the tracking numbers before they provide you with the permit. But yeah, in securing the OMB permit, you would have to send them an email, or if you want the faster process, I suggest that you go to their actual office so that you would get the information that you need. So yes, and also if each box or each checkout that you've done from these websites exceeds more than 10,000 pesos, excluding the shipping fee, you would have to pay for customs and taxes and duties. And so that's really hard to compute as well. I think it's around 20% per box. So it's really important you consider that before deciding how many albums to buy. And I know in the Philippines, it's really a mess. You would have to pay a lot and also wait for a long time in securing permits and paying for these taxes. And so yeah, they don't actually send out the fansign album along with the first album you have purchased. So if you actually did like, let's say 7 checkouts, they're gonna be sending you first the 6 boxes during the week of your video call. And like 2 weeks after the video call, they would be sending you the fansign album along with the last batch of albums that you have purchased. So if you guys actually saw my video, my last video, my Itsy fansign album unboxing, that was actually the last box. I only have like 13 albums on there, one being the signed album. And so yes, if you guys are just interested, if you buy like 50 albums, the 50th album will be the one signed. And so that's taken from the albums that you have paid for. It's not an additional one album. And yeah, that's just it. That's basically everything that you need to know about joining Videocall Fansigns. Then again, if you guys have something to add or if I missed out on anything, let me know down in the comments, and let also the people watching this down in the comments know some important information on Videocall Fansigns. And yeah, I hope this has been very helpful, and stay tuned again for the next How to K-Pop with Gelo. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you guys did, make sure to like, subscribe, and add comments. That's all. You are loved.